We've all had experiences that have shaped our lives. I'm going to tell you about one of mine. It's October 2001. I traveled from my hometown, Logan, New Mexico, 2,000 people, to Washington, D.C. to attend the Global Youth Leadership Conference. I met students from all over the world. These students had ideas, dreams, and ambitions, things that my friends and I hadn't even considered at that age. I would not be here today if it wasn't for this single cultural experience.
Parents want to give their children experiences, similar to the kind that Mark had. It's how we learn. It's how we grow. But the problem is that we don't always have the money or the resources to do so.
And that's why we want to tell you about the Exchange Crate. We want to give each child an experience of what it would be like to be a child in another place. And we're doing that through a quarterly subscription service. Each crate brings an immersive experience of another place. Let's take Brazil, for example. Imagine opening your crate to the sounds of the samba, tasting the brigadeiros, holding a Brazilian real, learning to play the samba whistle, or maybe practicing common phrases in Portuguese. But this experience goes far beyond the contents of the crate. Our online community, combined with our network of native ambassadors, will bring to life the contents of each crate. But before we go global, let's talk about our market here in the US. Our initial target market is families with 7 to 12-year-old children at home, 75K and above in household income. There are two things we want you to remember about this demographic. One, they're spending more every year on enrichment. Over the past 4 decades, spending has increased by 250%. Second, research shows that millennials are hypersensitive to their children being concerned and understanding of other cultures. And they represent a large growing market. If you take the oldest millennials, on average, their oldest child has just entered our target demographic. At $50 a crate, the size of the addressable market here in the US is $1.4 billion.
So who else is trying to capitalize on this rapidly growing market? Our most direct competitor is Little Passports, and this is Little Passports. Little Passports sends stickers and letters to children on a monthly basis. And you only get the suitcase in the first delivery. All subsequent deliveries come in envelopes. And that makes $5 million in annual revenue. This pyramid is a consolidation of over a half-century's worth of data on how kids learn. As you can see, Little Passport spends its time at the top of the pyramid, where kids only remember 10% of the information presented to them. What makes Exchange Crate different, what our long-term competitive advantage is our online community, which brings our authentic products to life. We asked research now to conduct a survey of over 400 members of our target demographic. When given the opportunity to choose between Little Passports or Exchange Crate, they chose Exchange Crate 70% of the time. That's our research, and now I'm going to tell you about the team that did it. We have international startup founder and 2 combat vets. Our backgrounds in international relations and cross-cultural communications give us a unique ability to execute.
Exchange Crate ships quarterly for $50. We can attain a 50% margin just going out and buying these products right off the shelf. Volume discounts will get us to 60%, and if Taylor can remember the negotiation tactics that he used on the Russians, we may be able to get some free products to drive trial for our partners. Bringing customers in the door, keeping them, and driving lifetime value is the name of the game. Partnerships with companies like World Market and major hotel chains will drive tremendous exposure for our brand while driving down our cost to bring customers in the door. But we do not want to be just another company throwing a bunch of items in a box. Our online community will keep our customers engaged longer, while capitalizing on the curiosity surrounding each crate, driving add-on sales at high margins. Our pilot program will get us to 1,000 customers by the end of the year. We'll be cash flow positive by 2018. And by 2020, we'll reach 40,000 subscribers. Why? Little Passports achieved 780% growth in years 2 through 4. 30,000 subscribers and $5 million in revenue by year 5 And look at what they're selling. Wow. We're raising $50,000 to launch our pilot, get sales on the board, and put us in a position to raise seed funding next spring. We need your votes to get the $25,000 to execute the plan shown here. We're putting Exchange Crate in airports and hotels in Rio so that we are front and center with our target market when they arrive for the Olympics in Brazil this summer.
SMU MBAs aren't yet known for launching startups. This team is committed to being part of that change. SMU should be a magnet that pulls entrepreneurial talent from Austin, the Bay Area, and New York. Our goal is to walk into a meeting a year from now with 6 to 12 months of operating history, rich customer feedback, a lineup of products, and committed strategic partners. So vote for the Exchange Crate. Join us as we launch our first crate, Brazil, alongside the Olympics. And say hello to the world with us.